Hey everybody, I'm just coming to you all with an update. I know it's been about a month since my last video when I talked about a 5K that I had done. I talked about my concerns with Botox and kind of what Botox are. I did want to continue talking about that today because I have a doctor's appointment coming up, and so I thought this would be a good way to kind of get my thoughts out, I guess, and think more out loud about what I want to say to the doctor. I haven't been to the doctor in a couple of years, and she had, of course, written me a prescription for some more physical therapy. Was like, yep, things are looking good, let's continue with that. And I'm going back on this Wednesday of this week. And there's two main concerns that I have, or two main things that I want to talk about. And one is Botox, and the other is new braces. When I came up here about a month ago, I feel like I was kind of feeling backed into a corner about Botox. I was having some pain and some issues, and I just kind of looked at Botox as like, oh, that's my way out. That's the way, that's going to relieve some of the muscle tightness that I have. That's something that's going to make me feel better. And while that's still true, I'm not in as much of a hurry to do the Botox now. I really want to get the doctor's opinion and see what she thinks, because it's been a long time since I've had Botox. The last time I had Botox, I was a kid, and as an adult, things are obviously going to be a little bit different. So I just think I need to think about this carefully and not, jump into anything too quickly. One of the things about Botox, I've never really been afraid of needles, and I know that it's going to hurt. But one of the things about Botox is I sat down and I made a list of pros and cons, and the cons, there are more of them, I feel like, but the pros are really good. So the pros, I had thought about just having less pain in general because the muscles are less tight. And then hopefully seeing some long-term improvements as I really dive in, maybe over the summer, and strengthen some things. While these hamstring muscles that I'm hoping we can do Botox on are a little bit looser. So the cons for me, the biggest things with that, with how much exercise I've been doing, is having less stability, less stamina, and overall muscle loss. I mean, I've worked really hard to gain the lower body and upper body muscle that I have, and what I don't want to happen is I get the Botox and I really have to slow down and I lose a bunch of that. I'm hoping that there's really minimal loss in there because I've worked really hard over the last couple of years to build that up. And then my other thing, too, is travel difficulty, because I am still planning to hopefully go to Spain this coming summer, and I'm hoping if we do Botox in the summer, we can time it right so that I'm not just, absolutely exhausted during my trip. So I guess more to come on that, because I've got to finish my master's degree first before I can take the trip. But it's going to happen, guys. I'm going to get it done. I'm not, having this hanging over my head for another year. And I know with Botox, if we do Botox, there's probably going to be some extra physical therapy after that. I feel like every time I had Botox, it was, more physical therapy. So last time I went to the doctor, I was like, oh no, is she going to write a prescription for more physical therapy? What's going to happen? Like, I was nervous, and now I'm thinking, I was like, well, if we're doing Botox, there's definitely more physical therapy in the future. And I don't think if I were my doctor, I would want to stop the physical therapy, because there has been really so much progress over the last couple of years. Things have been awkward lately, especially too, and so I'm hoping that continued physical therapy not only would help with the Botox, but just with some of the balance issues that I've been having. I started out with chronic back pain a while back, and that lasted a long time. And now the main things for me lately, still my low back bothers me here and there, but my hips are the main issue lately. And talking to my physical therapist, we seem to think that just having stretched as much as I have and having more range of motion, being able to, flex everything a little bit further with my hips and legs and everything, is just creating more movement for my hips, which is causing me pain. It's also meaning that I'm more upright again as I continue to get stronger, and my body just doesn't know how to react when I fall. Like, I'm trying to react, but my body is in a taller position and just can't quite figure it out. So lately there's been some falls and some, I hurt my wrist a while back. I had a little incident where I got knocked over and had a sore back for a couple of days. There's just been, and then I conked myself on the head here a week or so ago and went to the prompt care thinking I had a concussion. It wasn't a concussion, thank goodness. And although that wasn't from a fall, I just feel like things have still been so physically awkward that hopefully continued physical therapy can help me with, getting through those transitions and adjustments to my posture, and hopefully help with the Botox as well. The other thing I was going to ask the doctor about was new braces, because with these last couple of years, the level of activity I've had, I've really worn through those braces. And when I went to get some more padding put in, the guy that made them was like, these are only 2 years old. These are really beat up. Like, you better keep an eye on these. So I'm hoping the doctor can give me a prescription for new leg braces, and maybe by the end of the year I'll have those, and I can work my way into those over time, so that they last me another couple of years of 5Ks and virtual challenges and this and that. So speaking of virtual challenges, I just finished Steptember. That is a challenge for the month of September. I'm wearing my shirt today, actually, just for this video. The challenge was 10,000 steps a day, each day for the month of September. Obviously, that's quite a feat, but I'm just over here like, well, I'm going to do what I can, get as close as I can. At the end of the month, I had 212,000 some steps, and the goal is 300,000, but that's pretty good. Like, I got 71% of the way to my goal. It's about a 7,000 step a day average, and that's considering the fact that I had several injuries in there where I slowed down and wasn't, walking hardly at all on some days. I'm also a little bit lazier on weekends, so to come out with a 7,000 step average for the entire month was pretty good, considering, because I'll walk 10,000 steps some days during the school day, but that's not necessarily an everyday thing depending on what's going on. So September's over, and now I'm looking for my next challenge for October. Not really sure what that's going to be yet, but hopefully by the end of the year, like I said, I'll have a new pair of braces to help me along with more challenges. That's really all I had for an update. I guess I just kind of wanted to get my thoughts out there to all of you. I feel kind of weird sometimes going into a doctor's appointment with a notebook like this, but I also feel like that helps me to not forget anything. Does anybody else do that, or is it just me? I guess we gotta do what we gotta do, especially because I'm still not sure if my mom can come in with me for my appointment with all the COVID stuff that's going on. So I guess we will see how it goes, and I will give you all an update after that appointment. Thanks for watching. Hope you all are doing well. I know I haven't been up here in a while, so I just thought I'd say hey. And I will see you guys in my next video. If you like what you see, please subscribe, give my video a like, share it if you think that it can help somebody else in a similar situation. I will get back to you guys here in a week or so, maybe after I have my doctor's appointment. But thanks for watching. Bye, everybody.